Wanna play?
Here's Johnny!
I need a bigger boat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Wanna Play. My name is James McKenna, and today we're going to be ranking another franchise. And today's franchise is going to be Scream. Now, I said before that I wasn't ever going to rank a franchise with less than 5 movies, but I'm making an exception here today because 1, it's Scream, and 2, I was sick as hell the last couple days, and I'm actually filming this video on the day that it was being released. There was also going to be a collab video that we were going to do, but don't worry, that'll be out next week. So this is really the only one that I could do that I could kind of quickly rush out. But yeah, it's a Scream franchise ranking. You've seen this before on other channels. It's a pretty good franchise to rank, and it's also one of the most consistent franchises out there. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So coming in last place is going to be the original Scream. Now the original... Anyway... Okay. Coming in last place is going to be Scream 3. Scream 3, I feel like, is the weakest entry in the series because, well, there's a lot of just, like, stupid gaps in logic, and there's a lot of just lazy writing in this. First off, you have that stupid bit where the killer gets his pulse checked. What? How? You can't just stop your pulse. What? And you also have this stupid voice changer thing that makes literally no sense. Like, we don't even have that technology really nowadays. It's... wow, this is a pretty bad movie, I can't lie. I mean, there are some cool moments in it, but there's just so much stupid, like, they crawl over Ghostface and don't unmask him, and it's... this movie is dumb. This movie is absolutely the weakest in the franchise. Not an awful movie, but in terms of the Scream series, it's pretty bad. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Scream 2. Scream 2, I feel like, is definitely a good movie. It is a great movie. It's one of the better sequels in horror, in my opinion, but I just feel like if you're comparing it to the other Scream movies that we still have yet to go, it's probably the weakest. There are some pretty bad scenes in this, like the whole singing scene in the lunch area was dumb. Like, I don't know what the point of that was, really. There's just a lot of just like, what moments in here. Like, the Ghostface reveal was pretty weak. Like, we hadn't seen that guy since the dancing scene that I just talked about. I mean, Billy's mother being the killer was pretty cool. That was a pretty funny reveal, and I liked that whole thing. But the other guy was like barely in the movie. It was really weird, and I feel like the characters weren't as strong as they were in the original Scream or in Scream 4. And also, they killed Randy. Why? Why would you kill Randy? No. Scream 2 comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is gonna be Scream 4. Scream 4, I feel like, although it isn't as good as the original, it is the best follow-up in the franchise. I mean, you got some really cool moments and really cool scenes in this one. I love the Ghostface reveal. Jill is probably the second best Ghostface other than the Ghostfaces in the original Scream. And also, you get that awesome scene in the end of Jill, like, hurting herself and, like, jumping through tables and stabbing herself to make it look like she was one of the victims. And the fact that it actually worked in the end was a really cool twist, in my opinion. Scream 4 is a really good movie. The only complaint that I really have about it, though, is what camera did they shoot this thing with? It looked awful. It looked like they smeared Vaseline all over the thing and just said, okay, screw it, let's go. But still, it is a very cool movie. I feel like the characters were the strongest they've been since the original, and although I think it was a little bit of a waste that they didn't kill off one of the original main characters, this movie was still good enough to put it up here at number 2. But coming in at number 1 is going to be the original Scream. Obviously, it's going to be the original Scream. Scream is just one of the best horror movies ever made. The original is so good because it manages to balance being a parody of itself while also taking itself seriously, which is a very, very thin line to cross, but I mean, they did it. They pulled it off. I think this is probably the best example of doing that, being a parody of yourself while also taking yourself seriously. There are some really cool kills in this movie, and there are also some really standout and memorable scenes, whether it be the awesome opening, which is probably the best opening to any horror movie ever, or the scene where Randy stands up and he's yelling out the rules. There are just so many cool scenes in this film, and I love it how they don't hesitate to put Sidney in danger. Like, this isn't like Halloween where Michael Myers he's just like standing in the shadows the entire beginning of the movie. No, Ghostface is out in the open the entire time, and you never know when he's gonna strike, which is awesome. Scream is one of the best horror movies ever made. It's one of my favorites. It's not really in my top 20 or anything, but I mean, it's the original Scream. How could you not love it? It comes in at number 1. Thanks for watching my ranking on the Scream franchise. As I said in the intro, I didn't plan to do this, but I was super freaking sick yesterday, and there was a collab that we were gonna do today that unfortunately we just couldn't make it. Don't worry, it'll be out next week though, but the Scream series. Let me know what you think in the comment below. Let me know your ranking, and just let me know your thoughts on the Scream series as a whole. I know a lot of people don't really like the third one, but I don't hate it. Like, obviously it's not the best, but I don't hate it. And Scream is just a really good franchise. It's probably the most consistent franchise out there. This and Hatchet are really the only ones without a really terrible film, and Scream is just an awesome franchise. So let me know what you think in the comments below. You can subscribe to this channel, and you can also follow me at James from Wanna Play on Instagram, but you don't have to though. So thank you for watching, goodbye, and good night. Bang!